gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cladra Rhodes. New tonight, Beaumont police are investigating a homicide after a man was shot, then run over. It happened early this...
Woo! Shot and run over at none other than the gas station in Beaumont, Texas. Guys, how many times have I told you about how dangerous these gas stations are? Pulling up to the gas station and pumping gas has never been more dangerous than today. And you see these ninjas hanging out outside of the gas station, and you see they posted up, not letting people walk through the door. And this has become the norm, whereas the gas station owners are afraid. These gas station owners are afraid to confront them. And it's actually pretty sad that we are at this point where these people's businesses are being taken hostage by these super gremlins
this morning
on demon time
before 3:30 a.m. at the Honey's gas station on Concord Road. The victim has been identified as 24-year-old Gregory Carrington. According to a news release, when officers arrived, they found Carrington lying on the ground. Officers say a 55-gallon barrel containing gas was also hit during the shooting, causing it to spill in the parking lot and onto Delaware Street. Now, Delaware was closed while crews cleaned up the spill. This is an ongoing investigation. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers.
Major breakthroughs to report tonight in two Beaumont murder investigations. Suspects now in custody, charged with the crimes. 23-year-old Andre Williams II surrendering today at Beaumont Police Headquarters. He's charged with murdering 24-year-old Gregory Carrington.
Wow. So we got two black men in a dispute, and Andre crashed out on Gregory. I don't know what the beef was about. I know we live in an op culture. I know we live in a manufactured op culture, crash out culture. And this is just the result of it. You got Gregory Carrington, who lost his life, never will return, and Andre Williams, who most likely is going to lose his freedom. So you got a 2-for-1 special, and it's just something that is on repeat in the black community, and nobody is really addressing it.
Carrington's family and friends telling us he was a good person and a great father. Our reporter Erica Harris was at police headquarters following Williams' surrender, and she asked him about the accusation about the crime that he may have committed.
Why did you pull the trigger, Andre? Did you even think about it?
Like I was in my right state of mind.
Beaumont police walked Williams to a waiting patrol car for the trip to jail. A judge will set bond tomorrow morning on the murder charge. The crime scene, Honey's Drive on Concord at Delaware. Officers providing medical help to Carrington, who was lying by the gas pumps when EMS arrived following the shooting at about 3:30 in the morning Sunday. Officer Carol Riley telling us police had to deal with a large crowd and identify any potential victims, suspects, witnesses. Officers were placing yellow crime tape around the scene and a number of evidence markers on the ground, some shell casings nearby too. They also used the police drone to get a bird's eye view of the crime scene. The Beaumont Police Department is crediting the Real-Time Crime Center for the quick arrest of Andre Williams II. Investigators say video cameras on nearby businesses captured the shooting, leading police to the suspect. Erica Harris has more on this new crime-fighting tool for the city of Beaumont and how it's quickly helping investigators take suspected bad guys off the streets.
23-year-old Andre Williams II arrested just one day following a fatal shooting early Sunday morning that claimed the life of 24-year-old Gregory Carrington.
Sorry for their loss. It's just,
Why did you pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Why did you pull the trigger, Andre? Did you even think about it?
like I was in my right state of mind.
Police.
So, I mean, he says he wasn't in his right state of mind. He crashed out. He's saying sorry. Is that acceptable, community? We taking him back, open arms? I mean, it's not a good enough excuse for me to take another black man's life. It's just not unacceptable. But hey, I don't make the rules.
Say it all started with an altercation between the two men.
It looks like the altercation started on the premises of the Shack Club in that area, and then it spilled out into the streets.
And police say the victim ended up here across the street at Honey's Drive-In and collapsed and died at one of the gas pumps.
We do have that on video. We do have cameras in the area.
Sergeant Thomas Swope says the Real-Time Crime Center already making a big difference in solving cases.
We do have video of the shooting taking place and the victim collapsing in the Honey Stop parking lot.
BPD wants more businesses to connect their cameras to the Real-Time Crime Center. They say it's delivering results.
So the Real-Time Crime Center was a big help finding the suspect, Andre Williams, now.
What does that mean?
A warrant has been issued. Yes, we want to stress those businesses, even neighbors in that area, they can sign up. If you go to our Beaumont Police Department Real-Time Crime Center website, it takes less than a minute for citizens to sign up.
The owner of the shack tells Fox 4 the altercation did not take place in or on the property, and Gregory Carrington was an innocent bystander. She says he was not involved in the altercation, and her heart goes out to the...
Wow, so he was just an innocent bystander. That's a shame. These super gremlins are on demon time.
victim and his family. Within the last year, there have been 264 calls for service to Honey's Drive-In. Those calls include special attention, where police are being proactive by driving through the area to make sure that things are going okay.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetizing shadow banning this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Elements from Beaumont here at 6. The suspect charged in a deadly weekend shooting outside Honey's Drive-In is in the Jefferson County Jail tonight, held on an $800,000 bond. 24-year-old Andre Williams turned himself in yesterday. He's charged with murder, unlawful possession of a weapon, evading arrest, and tampering with evidence. Police say he shot Gregory Carrington early Sunday morning after they got into an argument and then ran over him as he was fleeing the scene. Now, if Williams does make bond, he will have to stay in Jefferson County, and he must wear a GPS monitor. This is now the second homicide in the city in less than 48 hours. Early Sunday morning, 24-year-old Gregory Carrington was gunned down in the middle of a street after leaving a club called The Spot. Beaumont police say Carrington tried to get away and collapsed in the parking lot of Honey's Drive-In, a gas station on Concord Road. Beaumont police quickly arrested 23-year-old Andre Williams II for the murder. 12 News reporter Kayla Shote was there as officers took him off to jail. She also caught up with people who knew the victim, and they're telling her the violence must stop.
Jordan Leroy Griffin has lived in Beaumont's North End his whole life. He says he's tired of young people killing each other over little things and hopes things start to change now.
There's nothing wrong with them congregating after the club closed. Nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with it is the violence. You know, you're gonna wait and kill somebody.
A night of party.
Wow, so this was leakage from a club. I mean, it gets even more detailed but grim at the same time. I've told you guys, stay inside, avoid these situations where you are in the club, going out, hanging with a whole bunch of ninjas. I've already proposed a hiatus from the black community to refrain from large gatherings until we get a hold of this violence, street violence, gang violence, whatever you want to call it. But it hasn't worked. My calls for pulling back have been censored. My suggestions and instructions toward living a longer, healthier life have been ignored, and my people are suffering for it.
Turned tragic on early Sunday morning, October 13th.
There was disturbance that happened on the premises of the shack that carried out into the street, and a shooting actually happened in the street.
12 News was on the scene at Honey's Drive-In gas station before police arrived.
And Mr. Carrington, he stumbled onto the Honey Stop property that was closed at the time.
It was there that 24-year-old Gregory Carrington died. Leroy Griffin knew Carrington. He says the young man didn't deserve to die like that.
Manable kid. He was very manable.
On Monday, Beaumont police arrested 23-year-old Andre Williams II for Carrington's murder. Police say he turned himself in after seeing his picture on the news.
I love my family. Sorry for their loss.
Williams II tells 12 News he wasn't in the right frame of mind when he pulled the trigger.
He was probably geeked up, drunk, high off drugs, being a crash dummy, and he crashed out for show.
What do you mean by right, not right state of mind?
I wasn't in my right state of mind.
Beaumont police say they take extra steps to deter crimes like this.
And we get police presence in the area to make sure that everybody does disperse on time, gets home safely. And sometimes these large crowds, sometimes they get out of hand, and these fights, altercations happen.
Griffin hopes young people will stop killing each other.
My condolences go to the family, to not just his family, to all the families that done lost a loved one over in this area behind dumb stuff.
Beaumont Police and Councilman Odysse Samuels say police will be able to help deter and solve crimes like these faster if more businesses integrate their cameras into the city's real-time crime center. In studio, Caleb Shote, 12 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.